So recently I actually hit 300 subscribers, which isn't really loads, but I'm pretty proud of it and I'm pretty happy with it, and I'm very grateful to everyone that has subscribed. And to kind of mark this occasion, I thought I'd do another Q&A video because I have not done a Q&A video for years, so I thought, why the hell not? Favourite McFly and Busted songs and favourite to hear live. My favourite Busted song has always been She Wants to Be Me. Ever since I was about 7, I know all the words to that. I just love that song, and it's just weird because obviously when I was 7 I didn't really understand that it was about a girl that wanted a sex change, and I'm still so annoyed that they haven't done that song since becoming Busted. And I suppose now I also have to say my other favourite Busted song is Who's David, because you know, Peter, John and Mike, it has like a hidden meaning behind it now, so it's obviously become one of my favourites. My favourite McFly song would probably be Bubble Wrap, or maybe Obviously, I really like that one too. And my favourite to hear live is obviously Year 3000, because everybody goes mental and it's great. I really did like hearing What Happened to Your Band live this time, and Hate Your Guts. They were both really good live. If you could only save one thing from a fire, what would it be and why? If I knew for a fact that my family, friends and my cat were all safe, then I would save my laptop, which sounds really superficial, but my laptop's got all my photos on it, all my videos on it, everything from the age of about 12, so literally it's more the fact that I wouldn't want to lose all those memories that are on my laptop. What do you like to do to cheer yourself up on a bad day? Probably currently the thing I would do to cheer myself up on a bad day is probably speak to Josh or my family or one of my other friends, because I find just talking about it, especially because sometimes I get upset about really irrational things, so I find talking about it to somebody kind of makes me see sense more. Josh and all my friends are just amazing at cheering me up anyway. Aside from that, I'd probably just watch some YouTube videos or watch some TV. What is your all-time favourite Disney song? Is that an actual question? How am I meant to pick my favourite Disney song? That's like asking to pick between my children. Yeah, I physically can't choose my favourite songs, so I'm just going to list a few. Circle of Life in Lion King, Kissed a Girl in Little Mermaid, You've Got a Friend in Me in Toy Story. That song is amazing. Hakuna Matata in Lion King. I just can't wait to be king in Lion King. Be Our Guest from Beauty and the Beast. Let It Go in Frozen before it became overly hyped and got ruined for me. But yeah, that's a few of my favourites. I literally can't choose one because that would be physically impossible. Every Disney soundtrack is just incredible. All Disney films just have amazing songs in it. Next question is how to convince my parents to let me go to a concert. The only advice I can really give you to help convince your parents to let you go is that you plan everything so they know that you've thought everything through. So make sure they know the friends that you're planning to go with. If they know the people that you're going with and like them, obviously they're going to be more happy for you to go with them. Make sure you plan how you're going to get there and how you're going to get back, so they know that you're not going to be stranded or anything. Just be grown up about it. I mean, there's been many times when my parents have said, no, you can't go to this concert, and when I was like 14 I would just throw a tantrum about it. Just be like, if they say you can't go to a concert because they don't want you to, just explain rationally to them what you plan to do and like why you should go, and if you act grown up about it, you've probably got more of a chance of convincing them. Next question is what's your greatest achievement? My greatest achievement currently is probably getting through second year of university. Anyone that knows me will know that second year for me was horrendous. I spent so much time in both first term and second term doing work. Before deadlines, I literally spent 3 weeks straight in the library every day from like 9 AM to 10 PM. I literally worked my ass off, and as much as I was really hoping I'd be able to get a first this year like I did in first year, I was happy to have a high 2-1 because I know how difficult it was. So to even get that, I was really happy with. Next question is calling or texting. I'm more of a texter, to be honest. I don't really do Skype and FaceTime that often and calls that often really. If I'm just having a casual conversation, I'd say text. I've got something important to tell somebody or something that's a bit more difficult to organise over text, then I shall call them. If a friend never tries to start a conversation with you and you're always the one to call/text first, should you stop trying? I suppose it depends on the situation. I mean, if you're trying to constantly make plans with them, say for example, and they're constantly either ignoring your text or saying they can't meet up with you and they're just making absolutely no effort at all to see you or talk to you, then of course I would say stop trying, because it's really not worth it and Probably should find some friends that actually want to spend some time with you and actually want to talk to you. If you could fight one horse-sized duck or 30 duck-sized horses, what would it be? Well, it would obviously be 30 duck-sized horses. Imagine a horse that small. That would be so cute. You wouldn't really need to fight it, to be honest. And Valerie also said, can you please move to Canada so I can hug you forever? Supply me with a flight and pay for my accommodation, then I will happily come to Canada, because it would be so great to meet you. But I'm a bit skint, so you might have to wait a few years. And the last question, which comes from my good friend It's Julie Hi, is what would be your dream collab, except for me, of course? Well, as you know, Julie, I do really, really want to collab with you, but you know, kind of you're here in Germany and the UK is all the way over here, so that's probably not going to happen. But apart from you, I've said this in a video before, I definitely want to collab with my friend Dex. Again, he lives in America, so that's not going to happen. If it could be any dream collab, I would love to obviously collab with Sprinkler Glitter, which is Louise, because she's my favourite YouTuber, or Carrie Fletcher, because she's my other favourite YouTuber, but none of those collabs are obviously going to happen, so I'll just have to stick with talking to a camera by myself instead, which is a bit sad. That's all the questions I got, so thanks for sending your questions in, and thanks for 300 subscribers again. I'm so happy with 300 subscribers. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments down below. You never know, I might do another one of these if I get enough questions. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I shall speak to you soon. Bye!